The Liberals wouldn't divulge the data about the number of deportations of illegal migrants, failed refugee claimants, and asylum seekers to Canada. So the Conservatives forced them to answer in an order paper question. Today, we have all the numbers for you, and it does not paint a rosy picture at all. Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale has been notoriously tight-lipped about just how many deportation orders are being executed after being issued by the Canadian government. For the better part of a year now, the federal Conservatives have been accusing Goodale of hiding the data about the number of asylum seekers from the United States who have been deported. And Bill Blair, the minister in charge of border security, also told Global News the overwhelming majority of asylum seekers deemed inadmissible have been removed from the country or have self-deported. But the government's own data made Blair look like he was either lying or inept. When Blair made those comments back in September of 2018, according to this Globe and Mail article, 900 asylum seekers to Canada were already under removal orders issued by United States authorities. As of late June, only 6 of these people had been removed from Canada. Meanwhile, the overall number of asylum seekers who have been deported or removed from Canada also remains very low. Since early 2017, more than 34,000 asylum seekers have crossed into Canada through unofficial points. To date, only 398, or about 1%, have been removed. And those are just asylum seekers, you guys. What about everyone else? The fake refugees, the denied immigrants, the inadmissible for a whole host of other reasons, including criminality and ties to terrorism. Those who overstayed their visas or those who snuck in. What does the Liberal track record of evicting those who shouldn't be here really look like? Well, an order paper question from rookie Alberta MP Arnold Viersen gets us some answers finally. If you don't know what an order paper question is, it's a remedy for the obfuscation and non-answers that we routinely see in question period from the government in the House of Commons. The opposition frequently uses these very specific written questions to compel the government to divulge data and numbers within a fixed amount of time. It's an incredible tool for clarity. This is what Viersen asked for. With regard to the Canada Border Services Agency and Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, since December 2015 and broken down by month. A, how many individuals were issued a removal order? B, of the individuals in A, how many were still in Canada? C, of the individuals in A, how many left Canada? D, how many individuals were issued a deportation order? E, of the individuals in D, how many remain in Canada? F, how many individuals were deported? G, how many individuals seeking asylum were scheduled to appear at an Immigration and Refugee Board hearing? H, how many individuals seeking asylum appeared at an IRB hearing? I, how many individuals seeking asylum failed to appear at an IRB hearing? And J, how many individuals seeking asylum have not had their IRB hearing? Viersen asks for a lot of data there. I'll distill it down for the purposes of this video, and we'll talk about the bulk numbers today, but I will, as always, attach the full document response from the federal government in the text body of this video on the Rebel website so you can see it all for yourself. Now, if we look at the charts on page 9 through 13, you can see the difference between those orders to leave versus those who have actually left Canada. There were 172,683 removal orders from January 2015 to February 2019. 124,555 of those people are still in Canada. Only 34,653 left Canada in 4 years, 8,500 a year. That's only a 20% deportation rate, meaning only 1 in 5 ordered to leave the country actually has, either on their own or with the help of immigration enforcement officials. And really, Why would these folks leave? What with a growing list of Canadian cities opting to become sanctuary cities for people with illegal immigration status, becoming places where immigration queue jumpers and people running from law enforcement and deportation orders can easily access municipal government services. No questions asked, no hassle, no cops, no problems. City councils in Edmonton, Hamilton, Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, and London are all saying, come here, use our stuff that legal and law-abiding people paid for. It's fine. Lawbreakers in these cities are treated with the same respect as immigrants who took the time to get here the right way, and it's unfair. Saskatchewan, of course, remains the last bastion of common sense in this country, with Regina rejecting calls to become an official sanctuary city. But back to that order paper response from the government. I have one more set of numbers to show you that demonstrates the tangible, measurable results of Trudeau's obnoxious welcome to Canada tweet seen round the world. The number of people waiting for an Immigration Review Board hearing has jumped from 48 under Prime Minister Stephen Harper in 2015 to 4,076 in 2019. And we are only halfway through April. If my math is right, and I think it is, that means an 8,395% increase in the number of people awaiting an Immigration Review Board hearing. The system is collapsing under the mad rush to Canada that Trudeau's tweet inspired. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. At The Rebel, it's our journalistic mission to bring you the other side of the story the mainstream media just doesn't want you to know. And that's why I wrote my new book. It's called Stop Notley, and in it, I make the case for throwing out the NDP by detailing some of their disasters over the past 4 years. To get my book, you can go to stopnotley.com. While you're there, sign up for one of our fun orange stopnotley.com lawn signs to help me promote the book. Again, that's at stopnotley.com.